Have you guys ever had the feeling of like you have nothing to do? Like your motivation for anything, like anything you want to do, just absolutely zero. Like you just lay here and do nothing. Resulting in you starting asking questions and wondering if any of this really matters. So this feeling that you're feeling is boredom, and we all face it. We all face boredom in one way. It could be different. Boredom hits us all differently. What boredom is scientifically is that it's a state of wanting to do something but not being able to do it or having any motivation to do it. Okay, so some ways boredom to occur is the lack of stimulation. That technically means that your environment or your activity doesn't bring on any newness to it or any challenge to or anything. The next way boredom can occur is the lack of control or autonomy. Yes, that word. The lack of autonomy and control. And that technically means, which is the feeling of feeling trapped or having little say in your activity or what you're doing. And the third way that boredom can occur is the lack of interest or like just not really interested in the activity or the activity at hand. So that technically means is that whenever your activity brings no interest to you, this technically brings a meaningless feeling to you, and that reduces your focus among the project, resulting in you being bored. But boredom isn't all bad. Some boredom is good for you because it also might take you to be bored to start up a new hobby or new project that you always wanted to start. With boredom can be good, or it can be looked at a good way, or it can look at a bad way. But the pros and cons are boredom. There are many pros and cons, so I'm gonna go over some pros and cons of boredom. Okay, I'm gonna start out with this one. One pro about boredom is that whenever you're bored, it boosts creativity. The reason why for this is that whenever your mind isn't fully stimulated, it's able to wander off and make new connections. And these new connections can help you with problem solving or creative ideas or anything. So whenever your mind just wanders off, it's able to make better connections and start up ideas and stuff. This honestly happens to me a lot. Sometimes I'll sit in a chair and I just wander off into space and I'll be like, what should I do? Or how can I fix this problem that I have in front of me with my code, or like whatever life throws at me or whatever I'm going through. But usually for me, boredom really helps me. I just sit in my chair and let my mind wander, and whenever I let my mind just be free, it helps me with figure out problems that I face, or it gives me a new idea for a video or a new thumbnail idea or whatever. It's just so boredom has some good sides to it. So never look at boredom in a bad way, but I'll talk about the cons of boredom further down the video. Another good thing about boredom is that it increases your awareness of your interests and what you don't like usually. So 6, so boredom can help reduce stress and also give you motivation to start up a new hobby or whatever. Okay, so the cons about boredom. Okay, boredom can really bring you down sometimes because it makes you think about, it lets your mind wander. Whenever your mind wanders, sometimes you wander down a path that you don't want to go down, and then you just get trapped in it and start just asking questions. And we all have been here, and I've even gotten to the point in my boredom where I was like, why am I asking these questions and stuff? So yeah, I'm going to talk about the cons of boredom and how it could affect you in not really good ways, but yeah. Okay, so the cons of boredom are this. Boredom can bring a negative emotion, depression technically, and it can reduce your productivity and how much work you get done, or motivation too. Some ways for people to like numb boredom is technically just like scrolling on their phone and just like ignore boredom, but like still there, you know. Like whenever you're scrolling on your phone, going through media, you're not actually curing your boredom. You're just numbing it for a little bit to give you something to do. So that's what happens with going media. You're just usually bored, or unless it's your job, you know. Media is a really good outlet for boredom and stuff because we can just scroll on there and watch other people live their life whenever we're in this some other ways people could like deal with boredom or numb boredom in a sense is like eating, you know, like whatever. I know my boys out there, they might go in the pantry or get in the fridge and just grab something. They're just bored, and so I call it bored snacking. You know, if that makes sense, because whenever you're bored, you just have like eating is just like it's doing something, like it's an active, like it's not really an activity, but like it is an activity in a sense. I don't know what I'm saying, but stick with me. Is that I'm saying is that whenever you're eating, you're doing something active kind of, and you could be like eating and scrolling on YouTube. You know, like everybody says, like I can't watch media without a bag of Takis in my hand or something like that, or I can't. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like you get what I'm saying. I'm just saying that sometimes as a way to numb boredom is to eat or snack on something. Whenever you're bored snacking, this can cause a bad habit for where food becomes a default coping mechanism for emotions rather than hunger. Also, bored snacking can also cause a overly weight gain if you do it. If you make it into a habit, whenever you turn into a habit, it can get really bad for you. So don't do that stuff. Okay guys, now let's discuss some ways you can overcome boredom. Okay, this first one is one that I bet you've heard like 100 times. You've heard from everybody, but it's very true. One way to cure boredom is learn a new skill or a new hobby. It can literally be whatever. You can learn how to twirl. You can like learn how to twirl a marker or a pencil in your hand. That's a skill, something you can't do. Or you can learn how to paint, draw, or do whatever. I'm not saying there's literally endless skills you can learn to do. There's like so much stuff, but yeah. Whenever you learn something new, it creates a new neural connection, pathway in your brain, and that helps with problem solving and creative ideas and just cures boredom. So whenever you do new things, it gives you a level of confidence and a sense of purpose. So yeah, always try new things every day. Try something new. Try this, try that every year. What I'm saying is try something new every day, because you never know what you might find out about yourself. Like you might be an awesome knitter. You can make awesome sweaters for everybody, or you can do crazy art, or you can run a 5K in like 5 minutes. That's literally horrendous if you could. Still, try something new. Yeah. Okay. The next way that boredom can be cured is exercise. You have to be like, whoa. How? Well, technically what you're doing is that whenever you exercise, you're getting your blood pumping, and that increases focus and all that kind of stuff. Exercise reduces blood flow and increases endorphins and dopamine into your system, and that makes you feel better. Endorphins are technically chemicals in your brain that help you reduce pain and make you feel better. Okay, so exercise reduces stress and also improves your focus. So whenever you exercise, you'll feel less stressful and you'll be able to focus on what you're doing. So usually work out before work, maybe before you go to work, get a little jogging, get a little iron pump in, you know, get the blood flowing to your brain going, you know, because a lot of times we wake up, we grab a bar out of the pantry and just go to work, and your brain is still waking up, and when you get to work, it'll just slouchy. But if you get like good iron pumping, a little jogging, you know, your brain will get pumping and you'll feel way better at work, and you might get a raise from it. So yeah. Okay, some other ways you can reduce boredom is social interaction. That means hanging out with friends, going to parties and seeing movies and having a lot of fun. Another way, you can journal. You can start a journal and just like talk about what your day is like, what things you went through and stuff, so you can look back on it and be like, oh my gosh, I started here and I came so far and stuff. Journalism is something I've always wanted to do. I just haven't really able to do it because I'm just not able to write about my day in life. It's just so crazy, you know. And some days you're like really bored. I'm like, I don't fucking writing today. So yeah, another way to reduce boredom is meditation. Whenever you're just able to breathe, take some deep breaths and calm down. It's not really reduce boredom, but it just helps you calm down. If you're when you're bored, you might be stressed. You're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm saying, but we're gonna keep going. Another way you can reduce boredom is starting a new project. You know, starting new projects. You can start maybe podcast with your friends if you guys are actually get past the first 3 episodes of it, you know, or whatever. These are some simple ways to reduce boredom. But yeah, you just gotta because boredom can be good, it can be bad. And also don't let your boredom become a habit, and don't build habits out of your boredom, because that's the worst. That happens to me sometimes, where my habits, like when I'm bored, I start doing habits, and so those habits start bleeding into my day to day, and it just doesn't end up well. So yeah. Okay, for me, boredom is something I face a lot. It usually happens whenever I've went through all my hobbies or done like so many projects in like a week. I'm just tired, burnt out. That's usually what happens. I burn myself out. And so I just get tired. I'm like, I don't feel like doing this and stuff. That's usually why I might not be posting a lot. I might just get bored or just burn myself out in a sense. Remember, also, boredom is the one thing you might need to start that new project of yours. Build up the next invention that will change history forever. I don't know about that, but you can try. But yeah, what I'm saying is boredom is good, and it can spark up a new idea. It can make you finish that New Year's resolution that you set out on January, and you forgot it on the 2nd, you know, whatever. But boredom is good. Don't look at the negative parts of it. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and sorry for spacing on my video posting. It's just that, like I said in my other video, in the video about me, I said that this channel is not consistent. It's usually gonna just be like whenever I get an idea, and then I write out the script, and then I just have it sitting on my table, and I don't really make the video, but I have the script. So yeah, videos are gonna be coming whenever I'm in school right now, and school is gonna get busier as the year goes on. So long form videos are not gonna be as much. Short form videos gonna be here and there. More gonna see more of those. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. What is your guys' favorite topping on pizza? Okay, comment down what your favorite topping on pizza. Mine, for me, is I have to go. Some guys might hate me, but I like pineapple on my pizza. I'm one of those weirdos, guys. I'm sorry. I like pineapple on my pizza, but I also like sausage. So comment down below what your favorite topping is on your pizza, and have a lovely day, and always remember to stay creative.